What is up, guys? My name is Danny. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This right here is my 2023 Honda Civic Type R FL5. Today I'll be replacing the inlet pipe, the stock inlet pipe on it, as well as the hoses with PRL hoses. I'm going to be replacing it with the titanium inlet pipe from Innovatig. Alex Innovatig. He's from Puerto Rico. I'll leave his details in the description below if you guys are interested in his inlet pipe or any products that he may offer. So this right here is a stock inlet pipe, and I'm going to be replacing this alongside with the hoses, this one here and this one here. So we're going to be removing these two guys, but let me show you guys the new inlet pipe I got. It's right over here. So this is all titanium inlet pipe. You can get it from him with a custom design. So as you can see, I got the Type R logo on there. I also got the fuse box cover, and also back there is the ECU cover. And as you can see, I got the PRL hoses as well. I already installed one of the parts ahead of time, since it was a little bit a pain to get it in, so I wanted to do it ahead of time. But yeah, I'll show you guys how to install the inlet pipe on an FL5. So in order to get the inlet pipe out, there's a couple bolts that we have. There's going to be a bolt back here, so there's one there. Then we have two more in the front, one right here, one right here. I believe those are 10mm bolts. Then we have two more 10mm bolts that hold this bracket right here. So there's one right here, as you can see, and then there's a second one down here, 10mm bolt that we have to remove. After that, we'll get the harness out of the way, and then we have to take the 12mm bolt holding down to the inlet pipe. You see it right there, inlet pipe to the turbo, and there's the second one right over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a second 12mm bolt right there. And then since I'll be replacing the PRL, the hoses with PRL hoses, I'm going to be removing this guy, and also going to be removing this guy. If you guys are not doing the hoses, then all you have to do is disconnect the inlet pipe. You don't have to do all this. Yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. So let's get started. Alright guys, so first I'm going to start by removing the clamps. I'm going to be using a 5.5mm wrench. I believe you guys can use a Phillips screwdriver if you prefer, but I think using this is a little bit easier if you guys have one. So I'm going to start removing these right here. Like I said, you can use a screwdriver once you get them loose. I'm going to be using that, but it's easier to get them loose with the wrench. I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. This one back here, it's a little bit hard to get to. So you're going to have to use a screwdriver for this one. Alright, so next thing I'm going to take out is going to be the 10mm bolts back here, as well as the one back here that I showed you guys earlier. So let's go ahead and get those loose. So we're going to need a bit of an extension here, just to reach this one here. Alright guys, so now we got that side all loose. We have one clamp that we need to cut. I'll show you guys in a few here. So now we have to remove the 10mm holding the harness, one right there, and there's another one right over there. I don't know if you can see that well. So it's going to be a 10mm. Once we get the harness out of the way, then we can get the 12 millimeter holding the inlet pipe, one right there, as I mentioned earlier, and then the other one is going to be right over there. So it's going to be a 12 millimeter. So let's go ahead and do that part now. Alright guys, I'm going to be removing the 10 millimeter bolts. You may need an extension for that. So let's go ahead and get those removed. Alright guys, so we got both of those out. So now the harness should be loose. So let's see. Alright, there's a connector that I disconnected just to get some play. It's right here. You can go ahead and disconnect that. That way when we take the inlet pipe out, you know, we have some space to do so. And then there's another connector here that we can unplug as well, just to get that out of the way. So again, just disconnect this one and this one over here. Yeah, so these are the two connectors that I disconnected. That one right there, and then there's another one over here that we can plug in after we're done. So, all right, now let's go ahead and take the 12 millimeter out. Alright guys, so I got the 12 millimeter. So let's go ahead and get the inlet pipe out, or loose, I should say. Alright, we got the second screw out. Alright, so now we should be able to remove the inlet pipe itself. There's a gasket, it's a black gasket. Make sure you don't drop that, because we're going to reuse that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take this one out. So you have to cut it. We're going to be reusing or using the one that came with PRL kit. So you just have to cut this one. Actually guys, so you can actually turn this. So you can actually grab this right here. You can turn it, just to get it loose. So it looks like we don't necessarily need to cut it, which I think I might go that route. That way I don't cut or damage this right here, which we're not going to reuse, but just in case you want to go back to stock or anything like that, you know, you don't damage this this hose. Alright, I was able to get it out. I loosened it enough to get that out, so now I should be able to get this completely out of here. There we go. Alright, so we got it out. So now we need to be careful and not drop the gasket. Looks like the gasket is right here. See if I can get it out. Alright, so this is the gasket, guys. Make sure you save this. Alright guys, we got the inlet pipe out. As you can see. Alright guys, so we got the inlet pipe out. Just to give you a better view of what that's where the inlet pipe connects to the turbo. So we got it out. Like I mentioned earlier, the clamp that goes right here, you can literally loosen it up a little bit and then get this out. So that's what I ended up doing. This is going to come out soon, and let's compare the Alex Innovatig inlet pipe with the stock. So there they are. So let's get the new one in. So this is the new one here, new titanium inlet pipe. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try and get this in down there first, and once I'm in there, I'll go ahead and put the gasket in. Because if you try to put the gasket in right now, you'll probably drop it, and you don't want it to end up, you know, all the way over there, down there. So let's go ahead and try to get this in. Alright guys, so I got it down there. I got it close to the turbo, so let's go ahead and put the gasket in. So this is the gasket here. We're going to go ahead and reuse this. Make sure when you're installing it, this is facing out, so these guys face out. It's a little bit of pain to get that in there, so I'm going to try using my extension here. Trying to get the screw in. What's up guys? Alright, I am back. I had to stop the video because I actually dropped one of the bolts down there, so I had to get my jack and put the car up and get it from underneath, unfortunately. But I actually got both of the bolts in. So this is what I recommend. Make sure that this is not in yet, so leave that out. It's currently in for me because I just put it in, but make sure that's out, and leave the inlet loose. Get the bolt on the left side in first, so that one right there, get that in first. Once you have that in, make sure it grabs some tread a little bit, and then go ahead and do the right one. You want to do this one right from the front of the car, so instead of from here, do it right from here. It was much easier for me. So yeah, I got both bolts in, so I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those up and then finish this installation. Alright, so I tighten them, not too much, but you want to make sure everything is sitting flush, the gasket with the turbo, so make sure that's flush there. Everything looks good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put in the screw that holds the harness. Alright, so now we got the harness bolted into the inlet pipe. So now we want to make sure we plug in what we unplugged. So there's the two plugs that we unplugged earlier. Let's go ahead and plug those in, just so we're done on this side of the car. Alright, so this side of the car is done. Now let's go ahead and get these two screws in and finish the rest of it there. Alright, so for these screws, I'm actually replacing them with titanium ones. Alright, so as you can see, we got those two screws in. Alright guys, let's go ahead and finish this side up. So again, I'm using the PRL kit for the hoses. If you're leaving this side stock, all you need to do is tighten this up and that's it. Alright guys, as you can see, I got the hoses installed. I didn't record that part because it gave me some trouble. I spent about 10-15 minutes trying to get them in, and it just started raining here. So I'm going to finish getting these tightened up, these clamps, and then we should be good to go. As you can see, the inlet pipe is installed. We got the hoses replaced, and they're in. So now it's just a matter of getting these tightened up, and it should be good to go. But yeah, I appreciate you watching and following me. Make sure to subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, so any support will be much appreciated. Thank you guys, and have a good one.